All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Steve Malzberg Show, Monday from our New York City studios. Welcome aboard. Oh, boy, do we have some news to bring to you. First of all, Hillary's going to release her medical records soon, or some medical records. Trump's going to release his medical records, or at least the results of an exam he took last week. And this is all because of the fact that Hillary, well, you know, she took ill over the weekend at a memorial service for 9/11 down at Ground Zero. In case you haven't heard, she stood there for an hour or so, an hour and a half, and started feeling ill. And then, let's pick it up, she was escorted to stand by that security pillar. And then they pulled up her van. She actually waited for the car to come. And then, as you could see, her knees buckle, and she goes down. Law enforcement sources telling Fox she fainted. Others say she, passed out, fainted, fell, whatever the deal was. Don't say stumbled. Stumble is like, when you trip over a branch or something. That wasn't a stumble. That was a, well, let's watch it again. We have several angles of this. There you see a lot closer. It's so hard to watch. It really is. It's disturbing. Let's look at this. That's one, that's two, and then down she goes. Even though they're holding her up, the knees buckle. That's a collapse at the very least. If not a fainting, it's a collapse, okay? And it's not good. It's just not good. And I think we might have one more, if I'm not mistaken, of this. Yes. Here it comes. Secret Service left her side to open the door. That's not done. That's not protocol. Whether or not that African-American gentleman is Secret Service or the person they say is her doctor that she walks around with, I don't know, but you see it again up close. Here again, one more time, real quick. I mean, it's devastating to watch. It's horrific to watch. She's leaning, and then, even though she's being helped, and she doesn't know there's cameras on her, the networks didn't have this footage, and there she goes. Okay, so at this point, no word from the Clinton campaign, nothing at this point on Sunday. Next thing we know, we're told she went to Chelsea Clinton's apartment. And out of Chelsea Clinton's apartment several hours later, it must be a different Hillary that emerges. Take a look and listen. Oh, okay, my mistake. I thought we had sound on 120. Okay, anyway, she's waving. And she calls over a little girl. She says, "What a beautiful day." She calls the little girl over. She stoops down to the little girl, touches her, puts a hand on her shoulders. So what's wrong with this picture? As Hillary then walks away, what's wrong with this picture? Well, a few hours after that, they tell us Hillary has pneumonia. Diagnosed on Friday, started antibiotics on Friday. This is barely 48 hours later, if it is 48 hours later. And she was standing earlier with a crowd of people at the memorial service. On Friday, she did interviews, and then she comes out of Chelsea's apartment to prove how strong she is or whatever. "Oh, it's a beautiful day. Come here, little girl." She has pneumonia. Would you want someone with pneumonia diagnosed 2 days ago touching your kid? And today the campaign says, oh, after she got into the car, she was making calls to her staff, we're told today. And then she went to Chelsea's apartment, and she was running around the apartment playing with her grandkids. See, that's the problem. They can't tell the truth. They just can't tell the truth. They can't. So if she has pneumonia, why is she breathing on people? None of this makes sense to me. Okay, but that's not the whole problem here. We got more of a problem here. And Donald Trump weighed in on this on Fox this morning. Watch.
I really just don't know. I hope she gets well soon. I don't know what's going on. I'm like you. I see what I see. The coughing fit was a week ago, so I assume that was pneumonia also. I mean, I would think it would have been. So something's going on, but I just hope she gets well and gets back on the trail, and we'll be seeing her at the debate.
All right. So then we move on to the basket full of deplorables comment that Hillary made on Friday with pneumonia. Watch.
To just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
So she's calling the majority of the military which supports Trump racist, bigoted, xenophobic, homophobic, sexist. Majority of married women who overwhelmingly support Trump, xenophobic, racist. She's despicable, she's disgusting, and she said the same thing prior to Israeli TV. So when she says she apologizes for saying 50%, she believes it's more than 50%. So does the media, and so do the people who argue with you at work, at home, or in the street about Donald Trump. They believe you are one of them, a racist, bigoted, sexist, homophobe, xenophobe, that you, don't kid yourself, that's who they all think you are. Trump weighed in on this in Baltimore today in front of the National Guard Association.
We have the support of cops and soldiers, carpenters and welders, the young and the old, and millions of working-class families who just want a better future and a good job. These were the people Hillary Clinton so viciously demonized. These were among the countless Americans that Hillary Clinton called deplorable, irredeemable, and un-American. Nobody's heard anything like this. She called these patriotic men and women every vile name in the book.
And he's absolutely right.